Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us live from the Singapore Fintech Festival, we have Sopnendu Mohanty. He's the Chief Fintech Officer at the Monetary Authority of Singapore. We're going to talk about Singapore's role within the global fintech industry. It is great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Yes.
60,000 plus people at Singapore Fintech Festival. It's my 5th year covering it, and it gets bigger every year. What are some of the high-level discussions and projects that you're talking about when it comes to industry and government, and what impact does the festival have on all of that moving forward?
You know, the festival is a backdrop of a massive crisis we are going through. And one thing we wanted to focus this year was on the resilience, on the viable business model. If you look at the global market, valuation is like record low, startup valuations. The market conditions are not exciting enough for the startups to find an opportunity. And the great crypto winter. So there's a massive correction on the crypto industry. The digital asset industry is making through a change. The good news is, right before the conference, MAS and the South Asian market have progressively made a very strong policy push on some of this opportunity and the risk. So what the conference is actually doing, it is kind of reflecting back last 12 months of policy shift and the market shift and the change in business models, change the valuation model, and debating that is this something we are going to look forward as we move out of to the next year. So this is the melting point of the shifting models as we see it going.
And if you take a look at the agenda, you can see a really good mix of private and public companies. What collaborations are you most excited about, and what kind of impact do you imagine they're going to make?
So there are two areas we are, as my particular interest has been on the ESG side, on the green side. Even if you remember in 2019, when I had a ESG as an agenda in the conference, I had 1,000 people hall, only 10 people used to go there. This time you look around the ESG halls, ESG conference booth area, it is super packed. So in 3 years, 10 people sitting in a 1,000 seat room has turned to a massive turnout, which means the sustainability agenda has become mainstream, just by looking at that visual impact. So ESG collaboration, the technology behind ESG is a big part of our interest in collaboration. Second part, post-crypto winter, there's a need for market to step up so the real asset get created. The shift from a speculative cryptocurrency asset to a real economy asset transformation is a big part of collaboration. We just announced two things. The programmable purpose-driven money, which is launched right here today, and a lot of booths here are able to transact on that money. We also announced a DeFi protocol project in Guardian. We also announced a very unprecedented regulatory public consultation paper on stablecoin, how to regulate them efficiently. That's a huge signal. That's a super huge signal from a central bank making a call on the assets.
Singapore has really grown to be the hub of the fintech industry. What is Singapore's importance when you think about the global fintech industry?
I think our role always has been that a center of experimentation, center of policy thinking, and being a small country, the best we do, experiment, build the first product, access capital, and scale out. Right. And that has been a consistent approach throughout last 6-7 years.
Sopnendu, great to see you as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks.
Here.
And thanks for joining me throughout the day at the Singapore Fintech Festival. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.